Hi, this is Tarun. I'm a product manager at the PPM unit at SAP SE. In this video, I would like to share what's new with SAP Operational Process Intelligence 1.0 SP12. But before I jump into what's new, let me share an overview of the product and showcase a demo so that you have a good understanding of the problem that it addresses and the value that it creates. All right, so what is SAP Operational Process Intelligence? What's the prime goal of the solution? The prime goal is to enable better business operations, right? So line of view business users who are responsible for business operations need to ensure that they run efficiently, that there are no problems in operations. But how could they do it? The only way they can enable better business operations is to make operational decisions in real time. So how does SAP Operational Process Intelligence empower them to make these operational decisions in real time? Well, there are three aspects that it focuses on. First, providing real-time process visibility, intelligent and actionable insights onto big processes that are critical for business, processes that span across multiple systems, involves people across departments. Secondly, helping track process performance. It's important to understand what's currently happening, how are your processes performing today, and to also keep track of process transformations. So if there are process transformations running in your business, you really want to understand the impact during and after the transformation. Did it have a positive impact or not? Thirdly, and one of the most critical aspects is sensing evolving situations and enabling resolution. So it's not only about gaining insights, but also taking action to resolve operational issues. All right, so this is the way operational process intelligence enables better business operations as such. All right, so with this short overview, let me take you over through a demo. But before I jump into a live demo, let me introduce you to Manny. Manny Ortiz, he is the operations manager responsible for order fulfillment in EMEA. He is faced with multiple challenges, but his biggest problem is to deliver products to customers and ensure 100% on-time completions. To do this, he really needs end-to-end visibility around the entire process, which is not available today. So he lacks visibility on what's happening now. What should I focus on? Can I resolve problems? Can I resolve situations? Can I get a team onto it to solve problems? He's unable to keep tab of blocked orders and overdue payments. And that's in real time. He needs to know what are problems, what can he solve, and blocked orders and overdue payments are his critical focus areas. So let's come on to a demo where I would showcase how Manny would use SAP Operational Process Intelligence to enable better business operations for order fulfillment. So Manny uses the operational workspace built using SAP Operational Process Intelligence to ensure better order fulfillment. So what does Manny see today? Manny notices that today's situation is not great. There are many orders that are in a critical state, almost all the orders, which is not great. And even worse, the situation has not improved at all because there are problems in all phases, in order creation, in the warehouse, as well as in payments. But the problem in payments is even more severe because there are 2,000 odd orders which are in payments. So either they are pending payments or we as a company are not invoicing the customers on time. So we have to really judge and see what's the problem. What he also notices that there are orders that are blocked. This requires his attention. There are 65 blocked orders. At any point in time, he believes the number of orders blocked cannot be more than 50. Well, that's one situation. The other is looking at overdue payments. Hence, it's clear that out of 2,000 odd orders which are in the payment phase, most of them have been invoiced. So about 200 have been invoiced, and well, customers are not paying up even after being invoiced, and it's really a delayed payment. Right? So 1,800 odd, all of 2,000. Well, the past has been great. Completion cycle times of 19 days, percentage completions of 93%. Better percentage completions are always great. And number of returned orders are 8 in this financial year, not all that bad. And customers have cancelled 17 orders. It's also down from compared to last year, so not a big problem. So he really looks at saying, I want to really understand why are many orders critical. So he steps in. Of course, there are 1,800 odd orders, so that's a big number. He decides to cluster them and see if there are common problem areas. What he notices is many of the orders are past their targets. Orders are in slow progress, which really means if attention is not given to these orders, it could become critical. It's naturally not moving as planned. And there are orders that are blocked, which require at most attention because you can just unblock the orders and take the order forward as well. So in this case, he decides to filter based on blocked orders and wants to identify which sales organization is, is attributed to it, which customer. Hence, he clusters. He focuses naturally on a bigger segment of customers, in this case, Titan Manufacturing, and navigates to the cluster which is contributing the most. He looks at a high value order from Titan Manufacturing and steps in. What he notices is that, well, the order is in order creation. It is currently blocked and been a long time since the order's month, almost a month, and it's not yet been resolved. This is not great, and if things continue, the order will be terribly delayed, which is not great as well for him. The good thing that he has got is now he can unblock the order. So he does not have to really make a call, but this is just at the click of a button. So he can click and really unblock this order. So taking this order forward so that it moves on, and the next processes in the warehouse can be triggered, which is picking, packing, delivery, and so on. Well, that's one aspect where he gained an insight that the order is blocked. He could unblock it to take the order forward. But he also wants to know what has a customer ordered. Well, he gets an idea that yes, the customer has ordered for multiple items, and well, the quantities are pretty much the same across the different items. He wants to look at a specific order in more details. He could actually navigate and get more details. He could also notice there are deliveries associated with this order. Well, for now, there are no deliveries because the order is currently blocked and no deliveries have happened. But actually, if there were deliveries, he could actually get details around these deliveries as well. So for now, he's quite happy because he understood there are critical orders. He clustered them based on a specific category, looking at only blocked orders from Titan Manufacturing, focused on a specific order, which is a high value order, and unblocked it. Of course, he could do this for all the orders and take it forward as well. All right, so this is one, gaining insights and taking action to solve problems. Well, the other aspect which is interesting and important for him is this information is also upfront to him. He does not really have to navigate and understand blocked orders because this is a critical aspect for him. So he could look at blocked orders and also work directly in Space.me for it. The next is really focusing on overdue payments. This is a concern area. He's looking at 1,800 odd overdue payments, which is not great news. So he wants to step and see what is really causing this. Can I look at the different customers who are involved in this? And well, he sees Technoland, which has the maximum number of orders which are overdue. So he looks at saying, let's navigate to have a look at this customer. Well, the customer seems to place orders which are very familiar in nature, which are almost all of the same order value. And this is a concern area for him because many orders overdue, not a great sign. So he decides in this case to set up a collections team to address it. Not all problems can be solved by one click. In this case, he wants to set up a collections team and ensure that payments are prompt and he can take care of it as such. Right, so that's an action which he can take. Great. So with this short demo, I just want to demonstrate how Manny could use operational process intelligence to ensure order fulfillment happens on time. Products are delivered to customers on time, they are billed, and payments also happen on time as such. Right, so let's get back and try to understand what's new. But before I again, step into what's new, does operational process intelligence only address order fulfillment? No. Such use cases, any such use case can be built using operational process intelligence. We worked with many customers and built many such products, use cases, scenarios. And some of these scenarios are make to stock, procure to pay across industries, right? So if you look at invoice management in telecom, contract logistics for logistics, meter to cash in utilities. So there are many such use cases that can be built on SAP Operational Process Intelligence. Great. So the only message I want to convey, it's a cross-industry product which caters to multiple industries, multiple segments within them as well. All right, so let's go on to what's new. Well, I did showcase certain capabilities already, but I would like to stress on these aspects, specifically what's new with operational process intelligence. One, it enables intelligent actionable insights via status classification. So now you can classify the status of an instance of an order to make process operators, line of business users aware of a specific situation that needs attention. So for example, what you saw was the order was blocked, right? So it was in a critical state. And why was it in a critical state? There are multiple reasons for it being in a critical state. It could be because it's overdue, because it's not moving as planned, or it could also be blocked. Right, so if you really look at it, there are default statuses that we provide, which is slow progress, overdue, threshold violations. Well, you can also add your own classifications and classify it as critical or at risk, right? So this could be, bubbling up the phase status. It could be creating simple event conditions like event A and not event B or last occurred event. And these are examples like the order is considered to be blocked until it's not released, or the order is damaged until it's not repaired. Right? So think of these statuses and think of blocked orders in such a case. The second is we enable intelligent and actionable insights by as on date count measures. So what are as on date count measures, right? They give you a perspective of what's the situation as of today and not what it was yesterday. It's like, give me all orders that are blocked. Let me know of all payments that are overdue. What is the accounts payable as of today, right? So these are actionable KPIs because it gives you this current situation today. You could decide to take action by just a click of a button or really involve a team to address this concern. So what you've also seen, and I try to focus on some of the cases, is really blocked orders, which are as on date, actionable, so is overdue payments as well, right? So let's move on. We also enabled deeper process insights, and we did this by a support of hierarchies. Now, what is hierarchies and what is hierarchy navigation? So if you look at an end-to-end process, it's usually extremely complex, right? It involves people, it involves systems, it naturally involves business objects like orders, order items, deliveries. And customers do not just want to focus on tracking the order, but they want more details around the order. They want to know which are the order items associated with this order, what are the deliveries that have satisfied this order, and they want details. So what you also saw as part of the demo was a focus on orders. And in this case, let me pick up one such order, right? So you not only understand the status of the order, but you also understand these are the items associated with this order and what are the deliveries that are part of it, right? So you get a complete information around it, around the order, the items associated with, and the deliveries. This could go to any such use case and scenario, and this addresses order fulfillment as such, right? So this is definitely focused on providing deeper process insights. The next aspect is around hierarchy tracking. How does this enable deeper process insights, and what does this really mean? Well, naturally, when you look at certain use cases, it's not just about understanding the associations, understanding the relationships, so order to order items and order items to deliveries, but you also want to track each of them. So you want to track the order status. You want to track the status of the items. Has that been delivered to customers? Have you fulfilled the item or not? What's the status of the delivery? Has it reached the customer? Yes, it's gone to the logistics provider, but has he delivered it? So you want to track each and every situation. This is definitely possible, right? And in a similar notion as well, right? So you track the order, you go to order items, you look at the status of each order item, and then actually move to the deliveries where you can track the deliveries as well, right? So this is the one such case on hierarchy tracking. Moving on, we also enhanced customization of space.me. Now, how does it enable line of business users? What's the value behind it? Well, it enables line of business users to focus on their responsibility area by role-based access to data and KPIs. Well, we always supported role-based access to data, but role-based access to KPIs was not supported in the past. So if you really look back at the operational workspace for Manny, what you would notice is that he's been working with situations or working on critical aspects like blocked orders, overdue payments, right? He's not concerned about certain other elements. So he's only focused on his area of responsibility, where only information that he's responsible for is available in the operational workspace, right? The second is focus on priority by ordering of tiles and actions. So here what I want to convey is right? The ordering plays a very critical role. So this is customizable, based on your role. And if you can see, blocked orders are critical because they're actionable. Overdue payments are critical because they're actionable. And it takes priority over, let's say, returned orders, canceled orders. And this is, possible to customize it with this. The second is focused on actions. Now, these actions, if you look at it, so naturally, if an order is blocked, the anticipation is that you can unblock the order, and that should be the first action for you. So unblock order is the first action, followed by the call the customer or display the order by navigating to the backend system, right? So you can, tweak this order based on priority, decide to show it or not based on certain conditions. All right. Uh, the next is also important because it enables you to focus on the context of the work, right? So if you look at the context based on the which phase you are in, which KPI you are in. So let me take a simple example, right? So we're looking at blocked orders, and when you focus on blocked orders, you are absolutely, interested to understand which customer is affected. Which region does this customer belong to? What is the order value? And most importantly, the promised date, because if the order is blocked, we may not be able to meet this promised date, and hence that's critical information that you need to see. Whereas when you're looking at, a different situation, which is overdue payments, what you're completely interested in is which attributes make sense for this. So the context here is, of course, customer name. What's the order value? Because you want customers to pay up. You want to understand when was the customer invoiced. This is critical information for you, right? So the kind of context and the attributes that are available for order, for overdue payments is different from blocked orders as such. So contextual information, making it contextual for line of business users is important. And this is possible with SP12. And last but not the least, in customization, the focus was always on work with a familiar look and feel by customizing the theme to suit your branding, right? To give line of business users a familiar environment to work with, right? And you can customize a theme using, the theme designer provided by SAP. Right, so let's move on to the next category. And here the focus was on enhancing support for integration-centric scenarios. So SAP Operational Process Intelligence, the focus was always to provide visibility, intelligent insights onto SAP and non-SAP. But when we looked at support for integration-centric scenarios as SAP PI, we realized that we do have support today, but many customers want a different way to go about doing it, right? So what did we support in the past, right? So whenever PI or SAP PI received a message, or even it sends a message, this needs to be replicated onto operational process intelligence. And for this, you needed to modify the message flows, which is not what some customers wanted to do. And hence we looked at saying, can we simplify this experience? Right, so for now, you could actually search for message flows. You can drag and drop them onto the scenario. So naturally, the scenario will comprise of many participants, and then you define a relationship between the different message flows, the different processes, and that's about it, right? Okay, you have to also replicate the events, but that does not require to modify the message flow. It is more a replication job that happens, and there's no need to modify message flows as such, right? So this is a far simpler environment, and one of the critical aspects that have been enhanced with SP12. Uh, Furthermore, what we have done is really focused on a deeper integration with SAP Process Mining by Celonis. And the prime reason we have done this is to enable process excellence for the digital age, right? So operational process intelligence enables insight to action, whereas Celonis enables insight to design. And let's see how this works hand in hand, right? So in OpInt, you get actionable insights to steer the process forward. You get process visibility to identify issues in operations. These issues are, sometimes solvable. Sometimes these issues are not clear. It requires a deeper understanding of the process. So for which you again go back to Celonis to identify what are the root causes of this process inefficiencies, because it enables you discovery of the as-is process. It's not focused on what is the documented version of this process. It focuses on the processes that people work on. Right? So it helps you discover the process, gives you a lot more deeper insights, which is more focused on root cause analysis. And using these root causes, you can naturally gain transformational insights to think, I need to transform my process. Sometimes it's human behavior that needs to be transformed. Sometimes it's a process that needs to be transformed. And during this transformation, right, so you decide to really run a transformation project. But how do you understand the impact during and after the transformation, for which you again get back to operational process intelligence? And how have we simplified it? We've simplified it as both the products now can work on the same real-time process data mart in HANA, right? And this real-time process data mart is composed of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured processes as such. And so this, in our view, enables process excellence for the digital age, enables business transformation as such, right? Moving on, we also focused on archiving data in SAP Operational Process Intelligence. And why is it important? If you look at it, we want to keep hot data in HANA, which is data meant for operations, data meant for analysis, right? And keep cold data, which is not meant for operations, it's not so critical for analysis, in disk, right? And you're doing this also because you want to reduce the volume of your data in HANA because you're talking about big processes, big data, right? So this is definitely possible. It was possible in the past as well, but what we realized is we need to really document it and really help and enable customers to perform this because there's a relationship between data and this needs to be understood as such, right? So you could use, HANA Dynamic Turing, HANA Data Lifecycle Manager to perform archiving in SAP Operational Process Intelligence. Great. Right. So with this, I maybe want to quickly summarize, have a few key takeaways for us. Right. So one, SAP Operational Process Intelligence enables better business operations. And with SP12, we've enhanced this capability by providing deeper process insights, a focus on intelligent and actionable insights, enable customization of space.me to enable line of business users to be focused on priority and area of responsibility. We provide a simplified experience to gain real-time visibility on SAP PI centric scenarios. And a deeper integration with process mining enables process excellence for the digital age. Uh, with this, I would like to thank you for being part of this and hearing me out. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me at tarun.kamal.kyani@sap.com.